私の上におわすはアインズ・ウルゴウン魔導王陛下。これよりこの地をすべドラゴンを刺激する王であられる。狂ったか小僧。
The payoff this episode of Overlord was at an all-time high. I really think that everything that accumulated over the past episode, or even 2 episodes with the dwarves and the Kuwagoa, and everything kind of like accumulated in one spot and hit us this episode. Not only did we get to put a little bit of a bow on the dwarf stuff, not only did we get to put a bow on the Kuwagoa stuff, we also got this overarching storyline that was really quick with it, with the dragons and the dragons revealing themselves and the dragon nest. And we got to put a bow on that as well. Now, of course, this isn't the end-all be-all when it comes to the dragon. Apparently, they have their own nation, and there's a lot of other nuances involved with like the dragon queen and tons of other things that we've learned from, you know, kind of like, not inner workings, but like inner conversations or conversations that have occurred with the Empire's king, with 𝐒𝐻𝐽𝐸, and kind of like some of the foreshadowing he's done for the dragons that are to come, especially, again, like his hatred for the queen. So I'm very excited to meet her and learn more about the dragon nature kind of as the anime begins to go down that path. But I must say, I was very, very delighted with this episode. Then we even got a little bit more. One of the other things that I've really been hungry for on a personal level is learning more and seeing on how Ainz is going to deal with the theocracy, and just how the theocracy plans to try and take down Ainz. What kind of plan are they going to put together? Is it going to be the black scripture, the white scripture, the purple scripture, the sun scripture, the moon scripture, whatever it is, right? All their different divisions of the theocracy that they have. What's the plan that they're going to put together for Ainz? And the main thing that I really want to see from that is, I just want to see the crazy girl. I want to see the crazy girl with the 2-color hair, the one who said that she just wants a baby up in her. And I just want her to meet Ainz, and I want to see what that interaction is going to be like. So I'm a little bit selfish in that regards, but that's what I want to see from the theocracy stuff, and I hope we get that. So really, let's talk about this episode. Some of the highlights for me this episode was, I love seeing that. Well, I guess I was a little bit mystified by the fact that the Kuwagoa had a trump card, and their trump card ended up being these dragons, the frost dragon, which Ainz basically yeeted and deleted in like 2.5 seconds. But you had the frost dragon, and the frost dragon had laid up in the mountain, and he had his, in the castle and stuff, and he had these 3 wives, and then he had 15 children from these wives. And one of them gets sent to, go and meet Ainz and 𝐒𝐻𝐴, and he basically notices that, I'm about to die. I'm about to get just murdered. And instead of allowing that to happen, he immediately submits. He's like, I know in my heart of hearts what's coming. And apparently, he's not the most athletic dragon. He got a little bit of extra fat stored up and everything. So I really enjoyed meeting that one, because he was like, yo, hold up. Don't just delete me. I submit. I'm going to take you. Whatever you want to know, I'm going to let you know. So I enjoyed meeting all of that. Then we kind of transfer into like the Kuwagoa stuff, and we got to see the clan leader, the main guy for the Kuwagoa, and we got to see kind of how he had been working and controlling and leading the Kuwagoa tribe. And we finally get to see 𝐒𝐻𝐴 go and give them the ultimatum of join Ainz, don't join Ainz, and they choose don't. So she told him straight up too, like, if you guys don't submit, we're gonna decimate you down from 60K, all the way down to 10K. We're gonna leave 4,000 females, 2,000 this, blah blah blah. And she does that, like she completely annihilates them, and then the Kuwagoa submits to Ainz. So this episode, really, if we look at it from all different angles, this episode, Ainz essentially gained the dwarves, gain the rune knowledge, or everybody in the dwarven kingdom that has rune knowledge. He sparked and initiated a complete relationship with the dwarven kingdom, and he initiated a trade line, so trading of goods between himself and the dwarven kingdom in the future. He then conscripted a whole entire tribe of the Kuwagoa down to him. So now he controls 10,000 Kuwagoa, much like the lizard people who are going to live and thrive under Ainz's direction and tutelage and leadership. Then you have, on top of that, he also gained, he had the 3 wives and 15 children. Well, I think one of the kids decided to step up to Ainz. He got himself an extra body for that. So he gained himself three main dragons, so 3 elder dragons, and 14 younglings, young dragons. So he got himself 17 dragons under his belt as well. And then we have the one dragon with the glasses. I don't remember what his name was. I'm gonna call him Hermes. We have Hermes, the little baby dragon, and it's probably like Heracles or some weird name. But we have the baby dragon guy, with the extra something, extra poundage on him, who is now going to be part of kind of like Hamsky was a little bit. So we have him who's going to be part of like the main storyline. So we'll probably see him quite a bit more. He'll probably give us a lot more insight into dragon living and all that stuff, which I think is really dope as well. So all these things came together. And then we got to see the end where he called Demiurge in, and he had a conversation with Demiurge. He damn near lied out his damn mouth, and he blurted out that he could see 10,000 years in the future. Like, my man could have said, like, a day, 10 days, a year in the future, next month. My man said, I see 10,000 years. And Demiurge was like, whoa, what? 10,000 years? And even Ainz, he couldn't walk. He can't ever walk anything back. He was like, I'm just kidding. And Demiurge was like, whoa, 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 whoa. And I thought that was awesome as well for him. He should know by this point that, whatever you say is taken as gold. Like, that's what you said now. So he can't be playing like that. But now Demiurge thinks he can see 10,000 years into the future. So overall, I think this episode was 10 out of 10. I think this was a perfect Overlord episode. I don't think this is like the perfect. And when I say 10 out of 10, y'all, I'm talking about in the cusp and grasp of this specific anime. It's a 10 out of 10 Overlord episode. When it comes to rating an anime, I think you gotta do it holistically. You gotta do it. You have to rate an anime 8 out of 10, 8.5, 9 out of 10. But when I rate episodes, I think this was a perfect Overlord episode. Everything I wanted from an Overlord episode, I got it out of this episode and more. So perfect 10 out of 10 episode. Outside of that, I mean, I really think that was really it. Like that those were kind of like all things of the episode. I love how the father dragon was the stud. I love how Fat Dragon submitted. I love how he said he got 3 moms. I love how @𝐿𝐻𝐼 was very emotional about how she finally felt useful. I love how between her and Aura, that Aura had convinced 𝐿𝐻𝐼 that all of Ainz's dumbness this episode, the mistakes he made, was all calculated to build her up. So now 𝐿𝐻𝐼 loves Ainz even more, which it wasn't even the case. So I love all of that, and I think they really nailed it this episode. I can't wait to see what comes more. I hope we see more Theocracy. If we don't see Theocracy, that's okay. Give me more insight into the Dragon Kingdom, and I'll be just as satisfied. But I really hope we see the Theocracy, and I want to see what are they going to do. Let me know what you guys thought of this episode down in the comments below. Sorry this review was late today. I appreciate anybody who showed up. One love, and I'll see you guys next week. Peace.